everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're talking about something many of you will need in real life, English for business meetings. Think about it. You walk into a meeting room. Maybe it's your first time joining an international team. People are introducing themselves, sharing ideas, making decisions. How do you sound confident in English? That's exactly what we'll explore together.
Yes, business meetings can feel a little scary at first, but don't worry. With just a few simple phrases and polite expressions, you can join in easily. You don't need long speeches. You just need the right words at the right time.
Exactly. Phrases like, "let's get started," or "could you repeat that please?" are powerful. They sound professional, but they're easy to remember. And you can use them in meetings, school projects, or even group discussions with friends.
And here's something important. In meetings, tone matters as much as words. If you say, "I agree," with a smile, you sound supportive. If you say it quickly and flat, it might sound different. That's why practicing both words and emotions is so helpful.
Yes, and in this episode, we'll practice real examples together. Not just words, but how to use them naturally with confidence.
So let's dive in and start building your English for business meetings step by step.
So, let's start at the beginning of every meeting. Introductions. When you walk into a room or join an online call, the first thing people often say is, "let's introduce ourselves." A simple way to do this is, "Hello, my name is Catherine. I work in marketing." Or, "Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm part of the sales team." Easy, right?
Very easy. And don't forget, you can also add a short, friendly phrase, something like, "nice to meet you all," or "I'm happy to be here today." This makes you sound polite and positive.
Yes. And here's a quick tip. If you don't understand someone's name, you can politely ask, "Sorry, could you repeat your name?" Or, "How do you spell that?" Smiling, people appreciate it when you show interest.
And if you're in an online meeting, remember to greet the group as well. You can say, "Good morning, everyone," or "Hello, team." Simple greetings help create a warm start.
Exactly. Introductions don't need to be long or difficult. Just your name, your role, and a little polite phrase. That's enough to make a great first impression.
And once introductions are done, the meeting usually moves into the next stage, starting the discussion.
After introductions, the chairperson or leader usually starts the meeting. A very common phrase is, "let's get started," or "shall we begin?" Simple, clear, and friendly.
Yes, and if you want to explain the plan, you can say, "here's today's agenda," or "we'll start with updates, then move to new ideas." Agenda just means the list of topics for the meeting.
Exactly. And sometimes people check the time too. They might say, "we'll try to finish by 3 p.m." or "this meeting should take about 30 minutes." It's polite and helps everyone feel comfortable.
Oh, and don't forget, you can ask a quick question before starting. Something like, "Is everyone ready?" Or "Can we begin now?" It makes the meeting more interactive.
Good point. And if you are the one leading, a friendly phrase like, "thank you all for joining," is a great way to open. It shows respect and sets a positive mood.
Yes, and once the meeting has started, the next big step is learning how to share updates and give your opinion.
After the meeting begins, usually people share updates. A very simple way is to say, "here's my update," or "let me give you a quick update on my project." Easy, clear, and professional.
Right. And if you don't have much to share, you can say, "nothing new from me," or "no updates at this time." That's polite, and it shows you're still participating.
Yes, and after updates, people often give their opinions. For example, "I think this idea could work," or In my opinion, we should try a different approach. These phrases are safe and professional.
And if you want to agree politely, you can say, I agree with that point, or that's a good suggestion. But sometimes you may disagree, right?
Yes, and it's important to do it politely. For example, I see your point, but, or I'm not sure I agree with that. This way, you stay respectful and professional.
Exactly. And after updates and opinions, the next step is learning how to ask questions and clarify points in a meeting.
In every meeting, asking questions is important. It shows you are interested and paying attention. A very simple way is, can I ask a question? Or may I add something here?
And sometimes you need to clarify to make sure you understand. You can say, could you repeat that please? Or, sorry, I didn't catch that. Very useful in international meetings when accents are different.
Exactly. And if you want more details, you can say, could you explain a bit more? Or, what do you mean by that? These phrases are polite and professional.
Yes, and don't forget expressions for checking agreement, like, so if I understand correctly, or do you mean? These help avoid mistakes.
Right, and sometimes you want to make sure everyone is on the same page. You can say, let's make sure we're clear, or to summarize, we decided to. This helps the group stay focused.
Perfect. And after asking questions and clarifying, the next important skill is making suggestions and giving solutions in a business meeting.
Now it's time to put everything together in a real situation. Imagine you're sitting in a business meeting. You want to sound clear, polite, and professional. Let's practice with a dialogue between us, just like a real meeting. Listen carefully, repeat the phrases, and try to imagine you are one of the speakers. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining today's meeting. Let's get started. Mateo, could you give us a quick update on the project?
Of course. So far, we finished the first stage, but we still need more time for testing.
I see. Could you explain a bit more about the testing process?
Sure. We need at least 2 weeks to check for bugs and make sure everything works smoothly.
That makes sense. So, if I understand correctly, you need 2 extra weeks to finish.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. Now, I'd like to make a suggestion. What if we add one more person to your team to speed things up?
That could work, but we would need someone with strong technical skills.
Right. Good point. Let's summarize. We'll extend the timeline by 2 weeks, and I'll check if we can add one more team member.
Perfect. That sounds like a good plan. Thank you, Catherine.
That was a really useful role play. In this meeting, we practiced how to sound clear and professional without using difficult language.
Exactly. And notice how the meeting had a structure. First, we started with an update. Then there was a question for clarification. After that, we made a suggestion. Finally, we closed with a summary and agreement.
Yes, and I think that's the key. Many learners think meetings are complicated, but actually they follow simple steps. Update, clarify, suggest, summarize. Anyone can do this if they use short, polite sentences.
Another important part is the tone of voice. Even simple words can sound professional if you say them with confidence. For example, that makes sense. Or, could you explain a bit more? These are short, but they show respect and teamwork.
I also like how we used phrases to make sure everyone understands. Phrases like, so if I understand correctly, are so helpful. They show that you are listening carefully.
And remember, in business meetings, people don't expect perfect English. They just want clear communication. If you can share your ideas politely, you'll do great.
Let's do a quick recap of the key phrases we used today. These are simple, clear, and very useful for business meetings.
That makes sense. A polite way to agree.
Could you explain a bit more? Perfect for asking clarification.
So, if I understand correctly, great to check understanding.
I'd like to suggest a professional way to share an idea.
And shall we agree on this point? Excellent for closing a decision.
These phrases may look simple, but when you use them in real meetings, they make you sound confident and professional.
And the more you practice them, the more natural they will feel. You'll be ready to join any meeting without stress.
Thank you so much for learning with us today. We hope this lesson helps you feel more confident in English business meetings.
Don't forget, practice a little every day. Share this podcast with a friend and subscribe to our channel for more helpful lessons.
Take care, keep learning, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.